Namaste, beautiful yogis. Welcome to an evening strong vinyasa power yoga class. This is going to be a classic interval yoga actually class with a lot of power moves, and I'm gonna try to get it done quickly. So I'm shooting for an espresso, nighttime espresso shot, and I'm gonna focus on upper body. So let's get started in plank. Spread the fingers wide open. Press the heels away from you. Take a nice strong plank. Really strong plank. You really want to press into the base of each and every finger, and you really want to feel your heels pressing back away from you. Lift the kneecaps, and even if your feet are hip width apart, squeeze the inner thighs towards the midline. Begin to draw your navel in. Slightly extend the tailbone down. You don't have to overtuck like this, and you don't have to pop your booty out. You can just find a natural curve in your lower back. And begin to pay attention to your breath. Begin to cultivate Ujjayi breath. Let's bring the outer edge of the right foot on the floor. Take side plank, right hand on the floor. Reach underneath you and reach back up. One more time, reaching under your right shoulder with the left hand, and back up. One more time. Keep lifting the hips. And reach. Two more. And last one. And reach over your head. Take a one hand plank, reaching ahead of you, hips level with the floor. And let's reach underneath the right shoulder again, keeping the hips level. Reach in front of you. One more time, reach across, underneath and across. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Reach. Great. Bring it back down and roll onto the opposite left side. Lifting the hips, keeping the right hip on top of the left here, shoulder over the wrist. Ujjayi breath. 5 times, reaching underneath your left shoulder and back up. Keep the hips lifted. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Reach ahead of you and take one-handed plank, left hand on the floor, and then we're gonna reach underneath across. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Last one. 5. Really reach ahead of you and bring both hands on the floor. And yes, we are going into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press your toes down. Lift open through the chest. Back to chaturanga, and exhale, downward facing dog. And you can bend one knee at a time here and switch. Exhale through the back of your legs. If that doesn't make any sense to you, then just feel as if you're softening the muscles along the back of your leg, the back side, the hamstrings, and changing sides, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. And let's take plank and chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Roll the shoulders back. Back to chaturanga. And exhale, downward facing dog. Drawing the navel in, lifting the tailbone as high as you can. Lift the heels off the mat. Pull the belly in. Draw your rib cage in towards your knees. You can bend your knees slightly and pull them in towards your rib cage. Great. Keep that lift in the tailbone and slowly begin to lower the heels down. Keep the lift. And let's take the right leg. Look between your hands and step the right foot between your hands. Come up, high lunge. Exhale the hands on the floor. And you're going to bring your foot across. And we're gonna do 5 push-ups here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And straighten your hands and bring your right knee into your rib cage. Step it back. Lower down chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And back to chaturanga. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take the left foot between your hands and press the back heel away from you. Come up, high lunge. And really sink into your lunge here. Press into your heel. Breathe. Exhale your hands on the floor. You can prepare for your push-ups. Take your knee into your chest and across. And strong alignment. Lower down and come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And straighten your hands. Bring your knee into your chest. Press the back heel away from you. And really squeeze your belly in. Great. Step it back. And plank. Chaturanga. Upward dog. And from here, try to jump your feet on the outsides of your hands. Power up the glutes and jump. Low squat. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. And let's bring the feet facing forward. Clasp the hands. Reach over to one side and press both feet down. Inhale, come up. Opposite side. Reach and lengthen. Inhale, back to center. And we're gonna bring the feet together and sit back in chair pose. Hands in prayer, and bring the right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Twist. Sophie, come over. Sit. Sit. It's okay. And back to center, over to the opposite side. Try to make sure that your knees are still square here. And back to center, reach over your head, chair pose. Lift your toes, look down. Lift your belly away from your thighs. Sit a little deeper. Bring your hands on the floor. And here we're gonna bring the knees as high as we can onto the triceps, if you can have them in your armpits, go for that. And lift and lengthen or straighten your arms. Let's try one more time. You can come onto your tippy toes and walk your hands in front of you. And from here, lifting the booty as high as you can, coming onto the toes, and straight legs, straight arms. And let's see how good I can do here. And lower down and stretch it out. Great. Spread the fingers wide open. Straighten your legs. Half dog. So your legs are not as far back as they would be normally for down dog, but half the way. And let's take 10 handstand jumps. Now you can do them with one knee 5 times, and then opposite knee comes in, and just focus on bringing the knee into the rib cage, just like this. And unfortunately I lost around 9 minutes of sound, so I'm just gonna voice over it. Here I'm demonstrating the one knee jump instead of 2 jumps, 2 knees in. That will help you to build your strength in order to jump both legs up. Here I'm explaining that sometimes you can't jump up out of fear, or plain you just need to develop your shoulder strength, core strength, and leg strength. Those jumps are pretty strenuous, and they are cardiovascular, and they require core strength. So you might just want to take your time with it. It might take you a year, it might take you a month. It really doesn't matter. You will get there as long as you put your time into it. And we're gonna do 10 jumps, either 5 one-legged jumps or 10 with knees together. Try to stick it at the top. We're all working on this, and we're all getting there, so we're not perfect. We're just working on this, and we'll continuously work on it. We'll never get there, so just continue working. Have fun with it. Count to 10. If you have to take a break, take a break. I've grown to love handstand jumps just because they are mood lifters. They will pick you up. And rest in wide-legged yogic squats. Let's bring our hands on the mat, plank. Pull the belly in, press the heels away from you. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Really press the chest, the collarbones away from each other. Opening, softening. Back to Chaturanga. And exhale, downward facing dog. Plank. Holding plank, feel your legs working as well as your core, triceps, shoulders. Great. So here we're gonna jump the feet on the outside of the mat. You can watch me demonstrate this combination. Hands in diamond shape, jump back, plank, push up, and you can straighten your hands and do a chaturanga or a push up, one of the two only, and jump into half dog and prepare for a handstand jump. Roll the triceps in, so the triceps is rolling in and the forearm is steady, not moving. Handstand jump, back to plank, and back to squat, jump, push up or chaturanga, half dog jump, handstand jump. So that's the combination that we will do 10 of those, and back to plank. I'll guide you through the first. Squat jump, half dog, handstand jump, plank, push up. Squat, jump, plank, half dog, handstand jump, push up. This is 2. So try to do 10 of those. If you need to rest in between each and every single one of them, do that. But get it done. It will pay off. This is a full body combination. You are working on your upper body core, cardiovascular capacity, leg strength, power, explosive moves, core strength always. And there's a little bit of brain work here, remembering the combination. So we're getting extremely smart here. Joking aside, there is actual correlation between brain development and, of course, hand-eye coordination. All of those things matter, especially with aging brains. It's really good to condition the brain and learn new skills, or just learn. There was a study done on dementia and elderly people learning new dances or new choreography. So there is a very good benefit to learning complicated moves. New language, new skill, new dance. And I'm resting in squat in between. Squat is great. You can reach in front of you when you rest. That way you're stretching your ankles. Strength and enduring is very much a mental quality, not so much a physical quality. You will notice, if you study the greatest athletes, that most of them have a pretty powerful, unique mind. They are athletic, there's no question about that. But what separates them from the other athletic people is their mind. So push through this, not in a not honoring your body way. Push in a way that you know that you can accomplish anything you want to accomplish, or anything you set to accomplish. And resting. In squat when you're done. We're gonna bring the hands on the mat in plank, and we're gonna move quickly through the next sequence. Take the right foot between your hands and come up, high lunge. Exhale down, plank. Left foot comes in, come up, lunge. Exhale down. Right foot comes in, inhale, come up. Lower down. Opposite side, comes up, lower down. And again, right foot up and down, left foot up and down. So we're gonna do 10 more of those. You can count your own movement. By 10, I mean 5 on each side. Quickly move with your breath. Inhaling up, hold, exhaling down. When you're switching your legs, you will include that in the previous move. So basically just base your breath on your upper torso coming up, inhale, upper torso coming down, exhale. let's take the right foot in, and this time we're gonna keep the left hand on the floor, on the mat, and bring your right arm up, twist here, press the back heel away from you, reinforce the legs here, exhale and twist, open the chest, widen the back, and drop the shoulders away from the ears and keep pressing into that back. Left heel, right hip presses away from you. Back to plank, and we're gonna step the left foot in and spin. Keep pressing the hip back. Here you want to lengthen the ribcage away from your hip. And step it back down. Plank, right foot between the hands, come up. And this time hands in prayer. Left elbow, right knee, deepen it. And try to soften your breath so that your palms are coming in the center of your chest. That's your goal. And come back to center, and we're gonna just bring the knee in front 5 times. 1, 2, 3, back to lunge, 4 and 5, lunge, exhale, your hands on the floor, step it in plank, left foot comes through, come up, exhale the hands, right elbow, left knee, look over your shoulder, press the back heel away from you. Coming out of this, reaching over the head, and let's bring the knee forward, and we're gonna step the knee forward 5 times. 4, 5, and exhale the hands on the floor, plank. Fingers slightly in, push up, top of a push-up position. Push up and come up. Come onto your knees if you have to. And let's do 2 more of those. And spin and sit down onto your sitting bones. Pull the knees into the rib cage, tippy toes on the mat. Reach in front of you and hold this position. Pull the belly in. Let's take one leg up, the other. 1, 2, while keeping the back straight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And reinforce the alignment one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reinforcing the alignment. And we're going to sit back halfway and hold yourself here. You can have your feet on the floor in order to make sure that your lower back curve is just perfect. We're not shooting for perfection, but when it comes to both variations, you want a perfect back. Otherwise, you're just putting stress on your back. If you curve here, you're not working your abs. You're putting a lot of stress on your lower back that can potentially lead to injuries, and you're not strengthening your lower back. You're not strengthening your core, so pretty much pointless. It's better if you cannot hold Navasana here, to just have one leg here in general, or one other variation is to have your knees or legs on a high chair and hold it. The point is to really perfect the alignment so that you're getting the most out of it, even though it doesn't look as advanced from a side, just because your legs are on the floor. And from here, you're gonna round your back and lay down. Now we're rounding so that we can press the lower back down. We're gonna press the lower back into the floor, and you can have your legs all the way almost up, or you can lower them a little bit or a lot, as long as you can keep your lower back on the floor. Squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. You can even do ballerina toes. Keep pressing the belly in. And here we're gonna lift the toes, flex your feet, reach, touch your toes. If you can touch your toes, then you're gonna press your legs slightly further back so that you can't make it more difficult. And reach. 1, 2, 3, press it down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're gonna bring the right knee into the chest. Drop the right shoulder on the floor and bring it across. Guide your knee across. Now, if you wanna do a self-adjustment here, something that you may potentially get in a class, and it's one of my favorites, is you're gonna grab your rib cage here, and so right hand on the rib cage, left hand on the hip, and try to find your hip bone here, and you're gonna spin it counterclockwise, this is, and the rib cage up. So you're gonna spin here and lift here, so you're gonna find a lot of space here basically. And then relax the hand, and you can pull the hip away from the rib cage. Keep the shoulder on the floor and just pull that hip down. This should not be painful. It should feel pretty good, like a massage type of gliding the hand over the bone. Inhale, come back up, changing sides, knee in, left shoulder down, and over to the opposite. And you can do the same. You can pull the hip down, and you can pull the rib cage. Big breath in. Exhale and soften that shoulder and let it drop on the floor. Coming back out of this. And just extend your legs for a second. Let's just keep the body a little more tense. Palms of the hands on the mat, and just inhale and hold that breath in, and hold a form of tension in your body, the way you generally hold your body through the day. And then exhale, open the palms of the hands up, drop the shoulders down, drop the feet down, and open your mouth and exhale through the mouth. And again, inhale and bring a little bit of muscle flexing in your body. Hold the breath and flex every muscle you can think of in your body, from the toes to the lips. Exhale through the mouth. And just feel your body getting go further. One more time. Inhale. Hold that muscle tension. Exhale. You can get loud here. You can do a few more of those, and you can just literally sigh out, or you can just exhale out. However it works for you, and with each exhalation, just feel your body dropping, allowing for the tension to melt away from you and into the floor. And after you take a few more of these exhalations, just slowly begin to bring your breath back to normal and your gaze back towards the third eye. And just start to breathe into the third eye, and either stay here or at some point of your third eye breath you can turn the gaze inward towards the heart. Stay here for as long as your body and your mind and your heart needs it. And just be present in your third eye. Namaste.